Well, hi there. It is almost 11 p.m. and time to show up. I'm showing up. I'm glad you showed up. I appreciate every single one of you. Do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit, and let's shit in the box. I noticed something in Paralives today that just kind of made me go, huh. Because there is this thing in The Sims. I have seen a lot of people saying in The Sims, the way you interact with people is very different. The way you interact with human beings, you click on them and the pie menu comes up, and then you click on the thing. And I was looking at that in Sims 3, and I was looking at interaction in Paralives, and I went, wait a minute. The way you interact socially with another sim in The Sims is exactly the same way you interact mechanically with an appliance. Social interaction in The Sims isn't a social activity. It's a thing you do to someone. It's like showering or using the toilet or cooking a meal in the refrigerator. The interface for interacting with people is the same as the interface for interacting with objects. That's kind of creepy and fucked up. And as a developer, I understand that because fundamentally, everything in The Sims is a thing that you can use to satisfy your needs. It is a resource you can exploit. Even people. Pardon me while I just kind of stare blankly into the middle distance for a minute. That does not seem ideal. That does not seem like the best way to go about designing this kind of game. In Paralives, each and everything you do in social interaction is something that comes up after the interaction bar fills. And none of it is stuff you do to somebody else. It's stuff you do with someone else. It's a whole different system. It makes interacting with people different than interacting with objects in a very clear and unambiguous way that is impossible to ignore. I think this is an objectively superior design choice. I understand why we didn't make this choice back in the 90s. I understand why 25 years ago we weren't making choices like this. I understand that the processing power wasn't there, and that the context and the memory, and there's all kinds of reasons we didn't do this way back in the day. But the only reason we don't do it now is because it was the way we've always done it. Paralives reimagined the notion that people are a resource. That's pretty fucking cool. I kind of like that they did that. I'm kind of glad that they did that. That seems like a very good idea to say that people are not appliances and they don't work like appliances. And you can't expect to treat them like appliances. I don't think we've done this before in a life sim game. I think this is the first time we've done something like that. And that has just really kind of struck me that Paralives has deliberately singled out human beings as different to interact with. I like this. I hope they did it on purpose. But even if they didn't, I think it's a good change. And, you know, if people think you did a great job on something and want to give you credit for it, take the credit, even if it was a mistake, especially if it was a mistake. I'm going to give them the credit for that. That's fantastic. I am glad they did that. There's not really all that much left to say about it. I do wish the interaction bar would fill faster. I sent that in as a suggestion, but it's fine if it doesn't. I think one of the biggest issues with Paralives right now is no para will see their grandchildren graduate high school. There are no adult grandchildren. There's no para. There's no adult para in Paralives with living grandparents. They're all dead. They have to be. There's no way around it. Now, of course, Paralives has added teen romance in the latest update, which begs the question, teen pregnancy update when? That would fix the problem. I don't know if it necessarily fixes the problem the way they'd like it fixed. But it does fix the problem, and it does beg the question. I want to experiment with this, and I haven't had time to experiment with it. I haven't had time to experiment with the question of, what if, oh God, what if your teen para in your household romances a teen para from another household in town, but you have aging turned off for the town sims? What happens when you become an adult and they don't? I mean, even outside of that, you've got two teens, okay? They romance, they end up in a relationship. One of them is going to age into an adult. What happens with the other one? Do they stay in the relationship? That's a difficult question. From a design perspective, what is the correct answer? If two teens are dating and one of them becomes an adult, what happens? Do they automatically break up? Does the teen stay involved in a relationship with them? Or do you have to end the relationship? Does the relationship just go on hold until they become an adult? What is the right answer in that case? It's not, everybody's going to get mad at something. Like, no matter how you choose to resolve that, no matter which direction you choose to go with that, you're going to make some people mad. Like, if two teens have been dating for like their entire teenage lives, and one of them happens to be one day older than the other, becomes an adult, if that relationship suddenly ends, that's going to make a lot of people angry because they want that relationship to stay available. if the relationship goes on hold and they can't interact romantically with their teen partner, I think a lot of people are going to be upset by that. And if you just let the relationship continue, everybody's going to be mad about that. What if you start a relationship with a teenager the day before you turn into an adult? Somebody's going to do that, and it's going to make everybody mad. God, this is just... And standards differ from place to place, you know? I mean, like... We don't have clear guidance on what's okay in this. We really don't. Not worldwide, we don't. I mean, it was just like a couple years ago, people finally noticed and started raising hell because they went, wait a minute, what do you mean France doesn't have an age of consent? Oh, well, we kind of never needed one. And now you watch that old musical Gigi, and you see that old man in the park singing Thank Heaven for Little Girls. And it hits really, really different. Frenchman, man, what are you going to do? I do not envy them having to make these decisions, because the decision that makes the most sense for gameplay is the relationship continues. One of you ages up into an adult, the other is still a teenager. Well, that's fine. You were teenagers when you started the relationship. You keep the relationship. And then when you're both adults, the problem goes away. But that's going to be a really long time. That's how the law works in a lot of cases. You want to hear something really creepy and fucked up? If you get married outside the United States and then bring your spouse into the United States, it's okay if your spouse is 12. If you can marry a 12-year-old in whatever country where you get married, you're married back home. If you're an American citizen, you can marry a 12-year-old overseas, and you can bring that 12-year-old home, and you're still married. That's kind of messed up. In practice, however, that isn't as cut and dried as you'd think it is. This is a tough question. What do you do with the teenage relationship? Do you break it up immediately? Do you let it stay together? Do you force it to go on hold? Do you have like a holding pattern for the relationship? Is there a special status for a teenager in a relationship with a former teenager who became an adult, and that relationship is going to return when you're an adult? This would be a nightmare to test. It's so much easier to just say, yeah, if you're a teenager, you can be in relationships. Oh, God damn it. Please don't. Oh, God. I just had a burp in my power supply. The power's trying to go out on me, and our generator isn't working at the moment. So I'm just like, oh God, this is. Please don't do this to me. Please do not let the power go out while the generator is broken, and I'm in the middle of recording a video. Usually it's not a problem. We had a power outage early tonight, and the generator didn't kick on, and I don't know why the generator didn't kick on, but there's nothing I can do with it. I did the reset, tried it out. Everything seemed to be working fine, but something went wrong with it. I don't know what. That's money I don't have. But you gotta have the generator. That's a nice generator too. It's a nice thing to have because fundamentally, when things are working, when the when the generator is working properly, if the power goes out, we have power for about 3 months. So not a problem. And we keep a stock of food on hand too. So we're not really preppers, but we do we are like paranoid about being able to make it through long periods of hardship. That's interesting. My power didn't go out, but my internet didn't. My internet did. Oh, the internet's back now. Okay, that's cool. I've been back to playing Starfield a little recently, and I've been going through the Vanguard quest line, and so much of the quests in Starfield is just conversations, and it's the same conversation over and over and over again. And that's just, you just got to sit there through the conversation, and it's very annoying. It is very, very annoying. Because there seem to be only two modes of responding to any conversation in any major mission in Starfield. And those two major modes are, number one, I'm a wide-eyed, clueless, ignorant rube. And the other is, I'm a shitty dickhead of an ignorant rube. So it's either, I don't know anything, or fuck you, buddy. And either way, you still don't know what's going on. It's just, you never have the opportunity to go, yes, I understand the situation and I'm going to be an adult about it. You don't get that. You don't get that opportunity. And I feel like that is a severe oversight. I feel like you should be able to do that. I feel like you should be able to behave in a rational and adult fashion in a conversation. But instead, you get nothing. You just get, oh, hey, what's the Red Mile? Or you get, yeah, I heard about the Red Mile. It sounds stupid. Can I have something a little bit less extreme in one direction or the other? I feel like that's missing. It's like, what's the one? When you give the first encrypted slate to the guy in the Free Star Rangers office. You have basically two responses that progress the conversation. One of them is, I'm counting on you. And he goes, you know I outrank you, right? Well, shit, dude. I guess I'll use the other option. You have fun with that. God, that makes me sound like a jerk. Can't I have something in the middle where he doesn't yell at me? And I feel like he should yell at me for saying you have fun with that, but instead he goes, oh, I will, don't worry. He yells at me for saying I'm counting on him. I'm relying on your expertise, man. You're a professional, I'm a professional, I'm counting on you. Hey, I outrank you. Well, go fuck yourself. I can kill you. Good God, I'm level 363 in Starfield. And people are going around and everything is pointless. That's one of the things about Starfield that I find so fascinating is people have observed that Dishonored is very much a question of who will you be if nobody can stop you? It's a good point, because it's just like, you could do a high chaos run or you could do a low chaos run. And whichever way you decide to go, nobody could stop you. You're so far above and beyond the skills of anybody else in the game. It's pointless for them to even try to oppose you. And then Starfield is like, who are you when nobody can stop you? And it also doesn't matter. Nothing gets harder as you go through Starfield. If you act like a jerk and you just kill lots of people, and if you resolve situations with violence in Starfield, nothing changes. Excuse me. God damn. That snuck up on me. I'm not going to make you listen to this. Excuse me. That was the wrong. I turned down the wrong. God damn it. I tried not to make you listen to that, but I turned down the wrong dial. Yeah, I'm not having the greatest day. I am getting very close to a period where I'm like right on the edge of pulling my game back up and doing more work on it. And I noticed something. I pulled up all of the GitHub, or not GitHub, but my Git repository check-ins, and I was like, huh. I do a lot of work between June and December, and then I don't do anything from January through May. So it's like there's a 7-month period where I do a lot of work and a 5-month period where I do hardly anything. And it's been like that for like 6 years. Maybe I should just plan my development around that and try to do projects that I can finish in 7 months. Maybe that's a thing I should be doing. I don't know. I don't have anything to really, What? You want all that? I guess. The hell, what is going on? Installing. I guess it's installed now. Apparently there was an update going on in the background of my machine and I didn't know. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I'm done with that for the moment, I guess. I don't really have much of anything else to say. Not a great day today. Really not a great day. But, hey. I am back online, and I did get my video done. I guess not a very good one, but hey, none of them are very good. So what am I bitching about? Anyway, do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit, and okay, bye.